I've been writing a manic episode. How can I spend my time without pissing off everyone I know? I hope you're talking to a therapist, Pismo, if that's something that you're struggling with, because mania can be pretty rough to deal with. Respect boundaries. Ask people what their boundaries are. Ask people how you're impacting them. Focus on controlling your behaviors. Recognizing the way that mania affects behaviors can be really key, because then you can be more intentional about what you do. But without me knowing exactly what your friends are like and what you're doing in mania, it's hard for me to say anything beyond that. I bought a game called Hard Space Shipbreaker today. It's a spaceship salvaging game. It's been fun. I saw FG playing that, and it does look really cool. What's up, one of the pack? I like having Chappie here, too. What's up, Choco? Yeah, Pismo. Mania is a lot harder to manage than depression, than the depressive part of bipolar is, and I just really listen to people. Be mindful. You know, take ownership of it, right? Like, hey, I'm struggling with mania right now. If you need to set boundaries with me, please do. Here's what this usually means for me. That kind of thing can be really, really helpful. Oh. Oh no. Dead. This guy sucks, man. This madness stuff is terrible. Glad to see someone else rocking the sword. It's the beef stick sword, baby. Health bars blocked. God damn it. I always forget about that. Alright. It's fixed. That's why I didn't kill it that time. Yeah, Pismo, I really... Oh, god damn it. Really can't recommend enough. If you know that you're in a manic episode, I really, 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 really recommend, if you're talking to a therapist, whoever might have diagnosed you with bipolar, I really recommend maybe getting an extra session or two in. It can be very helpful. Because mania is a lot harder to manage than depression is. It is part of the Elden Ring ritual at this point. It's so annoying. I don't really understand why that happens. Thank God for the fast startup. I got a new mouse today and I'm living for all these buttons. Nice. This guy sucks. This guy's not really fun to fight. It's just interesting because he's not super strong, but like that move is brutal. What's the difference between mania and depression? Also manic depression. Okay. Hold on a second. Let's go over here. So manic depression's not really a thing. It's an oxymoron because mania and depression are like literally polar opposites. That's why we call it bipolar. So mania is when a person experiences this, it's like this massive surge of energy. In some ways, you could think of it as like what happens when a person is on like crack cocaine. Like literally, it's like massively stimulated, really grandiose. People that are dealing with mania have to deal with impulse control. They often spend a lot of money. They don't sleep. There's just like, you have this sense that you can do everything. And it is really intense. And it doesn't last forever because it's not sustainable. But what will usually happen is people will break through boundaries. They'll take on way too much. It's just like it feels like this endless well of energy. Depression, on the other hand, is like the complete opposite. It's where it feels like you have this giant heavy blanket that's just that you have to carry around, that you can't be bothered to do anything. It's closer to apathy. There's like you lose interest in things you would otherwise be interested in. One of the reasons bipolar is so difficult to manage is because mania is so unsustainable that eventually when you run out of energy and you realize you bit off more than you could chew and you see the ramifications of what you did while you were manic, you crash. And then it's like the world just comes closing in on you. So most people who struggle with like bipolar 1 is what I'm describing right now. Bipolar 2, you have what's called hypomania, where it's not quite as intense as it is in bipolar 1. People who are bipolar will often tell you that it's a lot easier to be depressed than it is to be manic. And people around a person who is manic really have a hard time being around a person who is manic because it is really intense and hard to keep up with. So depression and mania are like on the opposite sides of the spectrum. And it's not there is a such thing as rapid cycling, but like a lot of people think that bipolar is like, oh my God, like I just have so much energy today, I'm manic. Like that's not how it works. Mania lasts for a while, and then it's usually like a couple days to maybe a couple weeks, and then depression can last like from a couple weeks to a couple months. It's not like boom, 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 back and forth. That's just not really sustainable. So that's the difference. Pismo, I'm going to ask that maybe you monitor how much you're typing in chat. If you're overwhelming chat, then I'd ask that maybe you use some self-control rather than relying on me to tell you to stop. What's up, Terry? What? God damn it, that sucks. I almost had him. Literally just talked about the difference between 1 and 2 with my therapist this week. Kind of neat to hear you talking about it too. Honestly, it can be really good to know these things to keep in mind for the loved ones around you. Yeah. If you're a person that's around somebody with bipolar 1 or bipolar 2 and their mania is something that is very hard for you to manage and keep up with, you are well within your bounds to set boundaries. In fact, it is important to do that. You are not obligated to go along with the person. Sometimes you can watch people self-destruct when they're dealing with mania. It's very hard to manage, but ultimately it's on a person who's struggling with bipolar to manage the way that their mania and depression affect themselves and others. And I will say, and this is not me saying this directly to you, Pismo, this is me saying this in general, expecting other people to manage your boundaries is not appropriate. So the ultimate way of managing one's struggles and mental illness is to take accountability for it and work on managing it yourself rather than expecting everybody around you to set your limits. Now, it is important for people to set limits if they're hit and to say when they've hit their limits, but to expect people to do that completely for you is not realistic. That's asking other people to manage the way that a mental illness is affecting you, which is not appropriate. God damn it. Gotta beat this guy, man. My ADHD, one of the pack, thank you for the sub. Thank you very much. With my ADHD, I can be hyperfixated on certain stuff like mask costumes, and it can be tiring after you're out of the hyperfixation. Yeah, it can. You're saying there, Dr. Mick, is a really hard thing for people to adjust to doing, but it's very important. It is very important. You know, I'm all for getting support from other people. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to suggest that people need to go it alone. But ultimately, all of us, no matter what it is that we're dealing with, we are responsible for managing the way we show up to stuff. playing the new D2 dungeon with friends and got you on the background. Double fun. Love it, Ariels. Good luck on getting the dungeon done. We got this, though. I just need this guy to, you know, I need to get the right combination of stuff. The madness is brutal because of how hard it hits. Oh. Oh. Thank God. Fingerprint grape and the war spear. Holy shit, thank God. That guy sucks. It's the fingerprint grape. Faith in order to wield that spear. It's a cool spear, though. Alright, must be a quest item. Out of curiosity, is it bad for me to go to chats where I can engage in deep conversation to live out my manic state? That's not for me to decide for you, friend. That's for you to decide. Is agency the perception of control over outcomes, or does it require actually achieving desired outcomes? Agency is recognizing the control you have. And it is, in some ways, the capacity for control that you have. Like, when I say somebody has agency, it means they have capacity. Or that, for whatever it may be, right? Capacity for empathy. Although capacity is maybe the word that I would rather use. But agency is, I suppose, like, what's possible. Really helps me understand how those words have been brought up to me in the wrong way. Yeah, I mean, that's why you gotta be, stay away from self-diagnosis, friends. Like, that's why we have to be really careful about these things, because when people talk about self-diagnosis and they talk about it improperly, it creates a very poor representation for things. So I appreciate when you guys ask these questions, because, you know, that way I can clarify stuff. Yeah, Shelbs. I feel like I'm not explaining it very well because, like, there's more to it than that. Like, agency is like, I guess, is like sort of the like perception, but also like what is allowed. And then capacity is like what you're capable of. If that makes God, I feel like I'm doing a terrible job explaining it. I'm going to have to maybe think a little bit harder about how to differentiate the two. Does agency include accountability? I don't know. I think accountability is probably separate. Some people say that self-diagnosis is not harmful. Others say it is. It's confusing. It is. Music's going down. Self-diagnosis is not a thing. It is not a thing. It is more harmful than it is helpful. I am a therapist who is capable of diagnosing other people with various mental illnesses in the DSM. And even I am not able to diagnose myself. I have to go seek professional assistance for a diagnosis. Self-diagnosis is never legitimate in any kind of capacity. People like to talk about what I just said as being this gatekeeping, problematic, you don't understand the lack of access to mental health care. I do understand the lack of access to mental health care. That doesn't change the fact that self-diagnosis is never in any capacity legitimate. It is harmful. It leads to poor representation. People don't understand how to look at diagnostic criteria. You have to take entire courses in graduate school in order to understand how to diagnose people and how to understand what differential diagnosis is, what comorbidity is, all these things. If you're a person that's ever engaged in self-diagnosis and you have no idea what I just said when I said differential diagnosis and comorbidity, then you have no business even attempting to self-diagnose yourself. It's okay to have an idea of what might be going on for you, to talk to your subjective experience, and then to take that to a professional and say, hey, here's what's going on for me, and I've been wondering if it might be this. That's okay. But self-diagnosis is never in any shape or form legitimate. Period. End of story. That's not a debate. There is no debate on it. Anybody who tries to peddle self-diagnosis to you is wrong. It is not acceptable. I can't even do it for myself. A psychiatrist cannot do it for themselves. Don't you ever forget it. Thank you, Pismo. Austin, what made you go back to Twitch? They resolved a lot of the reasons that I made the switch to YouTube, and also YouTube didn't implement any of the features I was hoping they were going to implement within the 6 months that I was there, so I came back. And it's been a good decision to come back, because we're back in touch with the community, and I don't feel like I'm on an island anymore. So I still post all the VODs and stuff to YouTube. I have no ill will toward YouTube, but it was the right decision to come back to Twitch. This is a helpful conversation I need to have. I have to run to work, but I will pop in another time. Thank you again. Have a good one, Dia. It's good to see you, friend. It's all right, Austin. I don't mind when people ask. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Y'all stay away from mental health TikTok. Seriously. I really... Mental health TikTok is a cesspool. It's really hard for lay people to differentiate what's good and what's not. I really encourage you. There was a really good TikTok that was posted recently of a guy who was doing like a response to somebody who essentially like made this point, which is that people go to therapy, their therapist gives them very specific advice that's tailored to them and their experience and the assessment that the therapist has done with that specific person. And then people go to TikTok and then they try to give that advice to other people and talk about it as if it's generalizable. Some bits of it might be, but most of it is not. And it creates more problems than anything else because it confuses people. Stay away from mental health TikTok at this point. It's not healthy. It's not good. You stand to lose more than you stand to gain. You really do. Boosting a message. Hey, Dr. Mick, just dropping in to say how much I enjoy your playthrough of Psychonauts 2, which I watched in entirety on YouTube. You pointed out a number of things that went right over my head when I played the game myself. Thank you for watching my video. Terra Spidomorphy. I'm sorry I missed your message. Yeah, also, as a rule of thumb, friends, stay away from anything that even remotely glamorizes mental illness. People who talk about mental illness as if it's something that you should want and something that you should, you know, be striving toward, you don't want anything to do with that. Curious about your opinion on this because I love when you deep dive on self-diagnosis, but there are a lot of people that say they can't safely get diagnosed with certain disorders without it impacting their ability to provide for themselves or live safely amongst others or risk consequences. Also used as a gateway to explaining their experience and find self-diagnosis important for that reason because they feel they aren't able to safely be diagnosed properly at thoughts. It's not a diagnosis if you render it yourself. It's a hunch. It's a hypothesis. But to talk about it as a diagnosis is to misuse very important words. I understand that we do not live right now in an environment that is particularly conducive or accommodating to mental illness. But language is ridiculously important. If you go around saying, I have bipolar, I have ADHD, I have these things, and you have not been assessed by a professional, what you do is you actually cause harm to other people who are legitimately diagnosed, because if you aren't meeting the criteria and you talk about it in certain ways and you misrepresent it, then people have wrong ideas about people who are actually diagnosable with that thing. OCD is a perfect example of this. So I understand that there are risks involved at times in seeing a professional. At the same time, I'm bound by HIPAA in the same way a medical doctor is. So I'm not required to disclose your health records to anybody. So it's tricky, but like if you're going to go around self-diagnosing yourself as having ADHD, I don't really understand the difference in terms of the impact it would have as if a doctor said you have ADHD. So you cause harm when you do stuff like that. I can never, in any capacity, under any circumstance, advocate for self-diagnosis. It is unethical and irresponsible for me to do that. And I realize that can be frustrating for people. I really do, but it's not how it works. We cannot just throw stuff like this around willy-nilly. It causes more harm than good. You can still work on something that you're struggling with without having to be diagnosed. Like, you can still struggle with attention and focus and not be diagnosed with ADHD. You can meet certain criteria, like certain criterion, without actually fitting the diagnosis, and that's okay. Like, and that's why I say all the time, anxiety is not a diagnosis. Anxiety is not a mental illness. Anxiety is an emotional experience. Generalized anxiety disorder is an anxiety disorder. It's not the presence of anxiety. It's a disordered presence of anxiety and management of anxiety. And that is just such a massively important distinction to make. It's why I hate the way that mental health is currently represented on social media, because we lose all the nuance. It's why I constantly advocate for people finding a therapist. It's why I work hard to help people see that process as maybe a little bit more easy by having the Find a Therapist video, stuff like that. That is what's so damn important. That we talk. I understand that there are some professionals that might be, you know, not as great as people are hoping, and that access to care is not always available for everybody. At the same time, with telehealth becoming more of a thing, it is more accessible now than it has been in the past. And I you know, want to help people understand that. And if I sound passionate while I'm saying these things, it's because this is literally the reason I stream. Like, I'm very passionate about this stuff. It's incredibly important to me that people have an accurate, good understanding of these things. You got to make a TikTok of what you just said about self-diagnosis. If you're willing to clip what I just said, it would make it a lot easier for us to convert it to a TikTok. Which, by the way, friends, if I ever say something that's meaningful to you that you think would be a good TikTok, if you clip it and post it in stream clips and tag me and say this would be good for TikTok, that helps me and Sean out a lot with getting good content out there. So if my answer to that was meaningful to you in some way and you think it would be good to have on TikTok, you do help us out immensely by making those clips. I'm not trying to rely on the community to do my job, but it can make a pretty big difference sometimes. I also don't know what I picked up from these people. Love seeing an inventory like this. Yeah, agreed, the dude. Right? That's what I mean. It's problematic for a lot of ways. Yeah, surgeons don't perform surgery on themselves. It is true. Glad you do. I get that it's frustrating when people can't find solutions to their struggles, but we also need to work with those who are trained. Yeah, I mean, that's why, again, it's why I create this content. I want people to have good information accessible to them. And sometimes the right answer to things is you need to talk to a professional yourself. I appreciate that people want to help, but sometimes in attempting to help and be a hero, people cause more problems than good. We cannot control the emotions we feel, only our response to them. Yeah, man of our time, that is a core pillar of a lot of the stuff that I say here. Is you can't control the emotional input. That's your brain responding to the environment. But you can choose the way that you frame that emotional experience and what you do with it. Anger has never caused problems for anybody. Their response to anger has caused problems for people. And it is a ridiculously important distinction. Thank you, Austin. I appreciate it, bud. Also, I'm really glad y'all are here this afternoon. Thanks for hanging out with me. Really glad you're all here. Yeah, and that's all right, Terry, right? Like, that reevaluation can be really important and really helpful. Assessments can do wonders for folks. Have a good one, Austin. Thanks for popping by. All right, let's fight this guy. Oh, good. He's got magic. Where you going, buddy? Okay, see you later. Is the blue bar up above like your potential magic bar? Yeah. I just don't use magic. Here, buddy. You sure you want to fight me after what you just saw? Okay. Great mace. I am a magic hater, Terry. I am indeed. I do not ever really use magic in any of these games. I prefer sword and board. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, jeez. This thing's intense. Fire blossom. All right. cool. A little intense. I didn't realize that that was being driven by somebody. I thought it was like its own autonomous thing. That's kind of funny. There was a dude driving it, yeah. Shit, that guy just blew the horn. Alright. This really seemed like it was going to be a higher level area. I'm kind of surprised. That or I'm just like ridiculously powerful now. I was binging a bunch of your short YouTube vids and I noticed a couple you really stressed that if somebody walks away from a painful, stressful conversation and says they will come back, that they need to follow through on that. Does this scenario result in anything particularly bad if they don't follow through? Yeah, you lose trust in that person in coming back. Also, now we're talking, if a person doesn't come back, now we're talking about avoidance versus managing being flooded. And that is a big difference. So, that's going to cause issues because that's not actually resolving anything. If you say you're going to come back and you don't, you're going to lose trust in the person that you told you were going to come back, and you're not actually addressing the issue. Yeah, if you're ever gonna leave because you're stressed out by what's going on and you can't concentrate on what needs to, you know, happen in order to problem solve effectively, it is okay to walk away. But yeah, it is on you to return. You can't walk away and expect the other person to chase you. It is not fair. I have to teach that frequently. Moving along pretty nicely here. Anybody gonna pop up here when I grab this? No? Also, as always, I appreciate that we are all able to have these conversations in the way that we are here. These are conversations, I emphasize this every time, these are conversations that are absolute shit shows in other areas of the internet. And when we talk about stuff like this here, it always goes well. And that is not lost on me. So, big shout out to all of you for being fabulous. I would have simply self-diagnosed myself. I would probably have ADHD, depending on what I would have done. It was going through, if not all of them at once. A couple of times I mentioned to my therapist the similarities between these things in my experience. We never really went any further than what we usually do, and probably for good reason. Most likely because I didn't fit the criteria despite the similarities. Yeah, you can fit some of the criteria for several things and not meet the criteria fully for any of them. And again, that's okay. Diagnosis doesn't validate what you are subjectively experiencing. Like, I can validate that a person is maybe struggling with some obsessive thoughts without diagnosing them with OCD. And in fact, it might be reckless at times for me to diagnose with OCD in that instance, because that person's going to think that it's something more severe than it is, or I'm going to develop a treatment plan that doesn't actually that misses the mark. So this is why assessment is so important. It's why I say to y'all when I answer your questions, I have to answer in very general ways, because I don't know any of you well enough to be able to do any kind of diagnosis or give any kind of professional advice. Someone who feels the need to set details on everything, is it okay to be like, speculate if you have certain mental illness, like try to get help for it when you're not in a position where you can get a diagnosis? Also, I tend to get anxious about asking these types of questions and get too antsy. Oh no, you're good, Bumbler. So it's okay to hypothesize. It's okay to say, you know, I've been really struggling with attention. I've been really struggling with being able, or I've been hyper-focusing. I haven't been able to get tasks done even when I want to get them done. That's been really frustrating for me. I've noticed that I'm kind of all over the place. I've heard people talk about ADHD in a way that that's something that they might struggle with. So I want to know maybe if that's what's going on for me. That's perfectly appropriate. It's no different than like, okay, so when I fell when I was playing hockey back in March and I hurt my wrist and I couldn't move it, if I went to the doctor and said, and he goes, well, what brings you in? And I just go, you tell me what brings me in. That's not helpful, right? Like the doctor needs me to come in and say, my wrist hurts and I can't move it because I fell when I was playing hockey. Because then he knows to look at the wrist and do an x-ray and, you know, do some different movements and stuff like that, right? To determine whether my wrist is broken. But if I go to the doctor and I say, my wrist is broken, so treat my wrist as if it's broken, put a cast on, my wrist is broken. And then the doctor goes, well, we got to do an assessment first. And you say, no, my wrist is broken, put a cast on it. That's not how it works. Because if the doctor does the assessment and realizes, no, it's just a sprain, or it's actually, you hurt your muscle, or whatever, right? Like now casting it doesn't make any sense. So when we start to look at like mental health the same way we look at physical health, some of these things make a lot more sense because you would treat it the exact same way. So it's okay to say what's going on for you and what you're struggling with, but then let the professional take over and do the assessment they need to do in order to determine how to proceed. HR is not there to help employees, Pismo. HR is there to protect the company. No, it's okay, Victoria. I'll say something if I need to. The dude, I'm not entirely sure what you're referring to. That can mean different things. You have time to answer this. I struggle with like impulsive anxiety to the point where I worry about things within my relationship without having any reason to. It's easy to be told not to worry, but I always think worst case and overthink the smallest things. I've tried counting before, asking stupid questions, giving my SO the benefit of the doubt. I genuinely trust her. My brain seems to be broken to the point that I can't control anxiety or worrying. Should I see a doctor? Talk to a therapist, Money. Yeah. Yeah. That sounds like a perfectly good reason to talk to a therapist. I can't really give you much advice on that because there's a lot going on there that I would need to ask more questions about. But yeah, if you need to see a therapist, I have a video on YouTube about what to expect and how to look for one. And I definitely encourage you to check that out. What's up, Clipper? Also, just a reminder, friends, you never have to apologize for asking a question. That's literally what I'm here for. You also don't have to apologize for like bad grammar or spelling or anything like that. I don't expect perfection. Don't waste time apologizing to me. Just ask questions. It's literally why I'm here. I'm here to talk about these things. Like, even though I'm playing Elden Ring, that's just background fodder. Never seen a therapist for anything, but I need to be... Yeah, I mean, Money Dude, I believe that people should go to therapy for anything that's causing that much distress in their life. If it's affecting you, if it's affecting your relationships in that way, that is a perfectly good reason to talk to a therapist. And like I said, if you put exclamation FMAT in chat, I have a video that will help you find a therapist that's right for you. I walk through the steps from start to finish. So if you've never looked for a therapist before, I know that can be kind of an overwhelming process. So I have that video available to help people with that. So I definitely encourage you all to watch it if you haven't. And if I have answered anybody's questions, I do hope that my answers to your questions have been helpful in some way. And I appreciate all of you asking them. That's what I'm here for. Covered a lot of ground. Another creepy lady over here.
You
Alright, whatever. I already knew that. I came down the elevator. Is this gonna transport me back to that castle? I'm guessing it will. Is it okay that I'm really trying to practice manic boundaries here? Yeah, Pismo, you're fine. If I tell you you're being problematic, you're being problematic. But I will say it's going to annoy me if you keep checking in with me about that. Trust that I will tell you. I expect you to regulate yourself, but I also will tell you if you become too overwhelming. But I don't need you to keep checking in with me on that. Okay, we did, I think, everything there was to do in this castle, if I recall correctly. Because this is where this is where Renala was. Alright. There's gotta be, like... Yeah, there's a cave down here. I definitely want to check out this cave, so let's go that way. I've been enjoying spelunking in this game. Also, what a great word. Whoever invented that word... Firm handshakes. What's the story on Coconut Man? I heard it was purchased in Jamaica, not Hawaii. But why is it your mascot? Okay, so Coconut Man... I got Coconut Man when I was a kid. We were in Jamaica. And we were at, like, one of those, like, cool little flea market things. And there was this guy who had a stand at the flea market who made all sorts of different, like, cool characters out of coconuts. I thought, when I was a kid, I think I was like 7 years old. I thought it was like the coolest thing ever, man. I was like, this guy makes cool shit. And so there were all sorts of options, and I remember that the Coconut Man that I have behind me, the, like, you know, the raincoat boat captain guy, was like my favorite one. And I begged my dad for it. I was like, can I please get one? And my dad was like, God, you know, do we really need to do this? Like, you know, and I was like, please, like, I need to have him. And so my dad was like, all right, fine, you can get the Coconut Man. And Coconut Man has lived with me everywhere that I have lived ever since. He's kind of like a, I don't know, I kind of call him like a totem. Like he's just a comforting thing to have in my presence. He's lived everywhere I've ever lived. He's always been with me. People talk about him all the time. He was always a great conversation piece. And he's a source of comfort. So when I started streaming, Coconut Man was randomly in the background one day on the windowsill when I was streaming and people were talking about it. And I actually think Matt, who I don't think Matt's here right now, but like I remember Matt in particular like took an interest to him. And he just sort of like became the stream mascot as a result of that. Like it's actually been really fun to have him integrated into the stream in the way that he is. Like the fact that he's the bot, and you know he's like the little like sub badges, and he's the emotes. He's just, I don't know. It brings me a lot of comfort and joy to know that Coconut Man is part of the stream. So. So that's the story. It was a random thing in a flea market in Jamaica when I was a kid that I wanted. Also, K-Girl, good to see you, friend. What's the difference between being energetic and hyperactive? I don't know that there's enough of a legitimate difference for it to matter. I mean, energetic, I suppose, would refer to how much energy you currently feel like you have, whereas hyperactive is, like, channeling it into a series of, like, rapid behaviors. But I don't know that there's too much of an important difference. Yeah, Coconut Man's chilling right there. He's always watching. He's always with us. Yeah, he's the Hobbes to my Calvin, if you will. But I do love him very much. We talk about going on medication for certain things like depression versus going to therapy. I know people who are just on medication who don't go to therapy, but I'm apprehensive about trying medication at all. Okay, so research shows time and time again, that the best combination for people, if you're going to go on medication for mental illness, is talk therapy and medication. That medication alone can be fine, can be helpful, but also that like if you're going to be on psychotropic medication, seeing a therapist in addition can make a huge difference, because medication doesn't actually create behavioral change. Medication, like in the case of like depression, for example, Jesus, raises people's baseline to a point where they, oh my God, where they are better able to do certain things that they need to do in accordance with their treatment plan. So if you have a therapist who you're talking to who can add to the fact that, like, you're taking medication that's helping move your baseline in a good direction for yourself, that's ideal, right? Like, how do we channel some of the additional energy you have as the result of taking an antidepressant? And that's why we generally see that. So, if you take like anxiety medication, that can certainly help. And obviously you have to consult with a physician. I am not a psychiatrist. I am not a medical doctor. I cannot prescribe medication or suggest it to people. But if you're going to take something like, some anti-anxiety meds will like work if you're not, actively talking to a therapist. But if you take anti-anxiety meds, you should be talking to a therapist about like how to capitalize on the fact that that's something that you're doing. I cannot believe I just got out of that situation while talking about that, by the way. This looks like a boss. It is. Knight's Cavalry. You look a lot like Tree Sentinel. That horse is awesome. Shroud on it like that? That's super cool. You stuck? Ah. Alright. I'm just better. Knight Rider Glaive. Ooh. This thing's kind of cool. That's a cool weapon. I do like that. It actually looks like it's decently powerful, too. It was like the opposite of your Caleb Bridge clip, just getting interrupted by almost murder every 2 seconds, right? It is the first time I saw the Knight's Cavalry lady. What are your thoughts on communication? My mother's always on my case about how I don't talk to my brothers more often. We text or call each other when we have something important to say or need something. My mother thinks we should talk more. What your mom thinks about what you should do in your relationship with your siblings is inconsequential to what you should be doing with your siblings. You decide what kind of communication you want to have with other adults, and other adults shouldn't have any say on what that is. If it affects your mom in a certain way, then that's for her to name between you and her, but how you talk to your siblings is between you and your siblings. Communication is ridiculously important in the relationships that you want to be communicating with people in. And clear, direct communication is especially important. But who you talk to and how you talk to them is between you and the people that you talk to. It's not for somebody else to decide. Psychotropic medications are in talk therapy. I've heard this so much, but what do they mean by talk therapy? Are they simply saying not psychodynamic? No, it's like any kind of therapy, like just any therapy where you're talking to your therapist. Like psychiatry is often not really considered to be like talk therapy because a lot of psychiatrists just kind of do a med management break like stuff rather than like doing like hour-long sessions where you're talking through what's going on. But when we talk about talk therapy, that's what we're talking, like MFT or, clinical psychologist, counselor, stuff like that. All right, moving right along. That was a cool boss. He really wasn't even remotely as hard as the Tree Sentinel, though. We're not getting a lot of runes either for doing these. So far, so good. Yeah, no kidding. Great questions is right. Sometimes these weekend streams, we're all just kind of like chilling, just doing our thing. But I really appreciate the conversation today. I appreciate that y'all are willing to ask me stuff, that you're, all of that. It's really, really important. And again, I hope my answers are helpful. And I'll continue to reiterate, I'm going to try to do this a little bit more often than I normally do. That like, if I ever say something that is meaningful, if you make a clip of it and put it in stream clips and you think other people could benefit from it, it's easier for us to get stuff on TikTok that way. And I do appreciate those of you that make clips. Sean and I do use them. I get this all the time from my mom. We have a group chat for my family. I never really say anything in it. She sometimes mentions it and how others are curious as to why and want to know more about how I'm doing. Then why don't they ask me directly? That's exactly right. Let them ask you. You don't have to be a spokesman for those people. As I always say, I am not a fan of people pushing themselves into matters that are not involving them. If your brother says to your mom, I wish my brother talked to me more often, your brother should say that to you directly. Don't get me wrong, a lot of us do this. But being more mindful of that kind of triangulation and staying away from it is deeply important. Actually, Skog, well, actually, yeah, I guess the 60-second cutoff for clips is hard. Because TikTok lets us go up to 3 minutes. We don't do 10-minute clips because that's absurd, but... Alright, let's see what this cave has for us. Yeah, timestamp is helpful too. Oh, there was a... Wait a minute. Y'all see that? Y'all see what I just saw? This is why you gotta pay attention, friends, in these games. Oh, it was way less exciting than I was hoping it was going to be. There's... Oh, damn it. Alright. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Through the mountain. There. No! Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I'm gonna go all the way to the top, and then... Actually, well, you know what? Let's do this. You know, just in case my dumbass falls and dies. So I only know the Secret Tunnel song because of Widgie's streams. That's the only reason I know him. Like, I don't really know where that is actually from. Or, like, what the context for it is. Beyond, like, Widgie singing it. Seriously? God damn it. All that hoopla for nothing. What a waste. Oh shit. No! This is why I stopped at the site of grace! It's from an episode of Avatar? Is it? I've seen Avatar. Maybe I just don't remember it. Like Avatar, Airbender. I've seen Airbender and Korra. They're both fantastic. But I did not realize that. Love how that's our only death so far today. Good thing I did that though. Good thing I touched Grace, man. I could. Oh, are you really about to tell me that it's up there? There is no secret tunnel in Ba Sing Se. Where are the bread bites from, K-Girl? Domino's? Oh, yeah. S-tier bread bites. Absolutely. Alrighty. Let's see what we got here. What up, fellas? Yeah, yeah. Alrighty. Man, they really do make chests, like, not as exciting as they could be. You know what the best thing at Domino's is, though? More than anything else? Literally the best thing at Domino's is the crunchy lava cakes. Those crunchy lava cakes are... I don't even know, man. Whoever came up with those, take my money. Throw them in the microwave, eat them nice and hot. Oh, god damn. They're just so perfect. How can I help my little sister, whom I'm the legal guardian of, who has severe attachment abandonment issues around me? She has full-on meltdowns whenever she can't be sure where I am. for fear that I left her. I can tell she feels guilty and wants help, but I don't know how I could really help her. I don't know if therapy is an option monetarily, but maybe I could find the funds. Depending on your insurance situation, there's maybe a chance that your insurance would cover it, Mist, but that's a tough one for me to answer because I don't know I don't know how old your sister is, the nature of your relationship to her, like all that kind of stuff, like what happens specifically when she leaves, and I can't really ask you that stuff. I think it's tricky because one of the most important things that caregivers can do is be consistent and reliable, but that doesn't mean that you have to be available, 24/7. I think having conversations sometimes with kids that like, hey, even when I'm not here, here's where I am. Kind of controlling some of the ways in which you separate by saying like, all right, we're gonna practice. I'm gonna go in the other room and we're gonna hang out for 15 minutes, and after 15 minutes I'm gonna come check on you. But stuff like that can sometimes help because people get practice and can kind of learn to internalize that person's presence, because that's really what we're going for from an attachment perspective, is that even when a person's physically not there, there's still like a mental image of that person being there. But if your sister's that reactive to it and it doesn't seem like kind of those conventional ways of facilitating that are helpful, yeah, I mean, talking to a therapist is going to be really helpful, even if it's, it doesn't necessarily have to be every single week. It can be, whenever maybe you can afford. But I do recommend checking insurance options, that kind of thing. But without me having more information about her and some of her background and stuff like that, it's hard for me to give any kind of good, meaningful guidance on that. You do your best to be as consistent and reliable as possible, but also really like trying to help a person, like help a child understand what's actually going on when you're not available to them. And that you are there, and that they can learn to kind of regulate that intensity. What really causes trust issues? Oh, any number of things. When people don't follow through, when people say something they don't mean, there's all sorts of things that can lead to that. But one of the things that's important to understand about trust issues is that when there's a certain person that has not facilitated trust with you, it is perfectly reasonable to distrust them. When a person has it becomes a problem when, because we've had issues with other people, we assume that we're going to have issues with other unrelated people. That's when we've got problems, because then you start to not give other folks the benefit of the doubt and not facilitate meaningful relationships with them because you're worried you can't trust them. But it really has nothing to do with your relationship with that specific person, and everything to do with what your brain learned and is now anticipating from prior relationships that are unrelated. That's where people need to learn to put trust issues, so to speak, in context. And remember that just because one person wasn't trustworthy doesn't mean that everybody is untrustworthy. Crunchy lava cakes are better raw. I don't think they'll sell them raw. Oh my god, dude. I didn't even know that that was possible. Might be too general, but is there a common theme of what's going on in someone when they avoid giving sincere apology when expectations were communicated and committed to, but they didn't follow through and wanted to pretend? Depends on the person. There's an infinite number of reasons why that can be the case, Solomon. Or Salmon, my bad. But if that ever happens, you decide what you do with that information and whether that's a person you want to continue to engage with. I don't believe that people should apologize if they aren't sorry, though. I stand by that immensely. Like, sometimes people expect apologies, and if a person is not actually sorry, I'm not a believer that that person should apologize. You can stand by a decision you made and also acknowledge the impact that it had on other people. But ultimately, if you're not sorry for something that you decided to do because you had, you know, whatever reasons you had for doing it, you don't have to apologize to other people. People can decide what to do with the lack of apology. You know, if that means that you don't want to engage with that person anymore, that's totally fine. But I don't believe that false apologies are good. I think I would rather have no apology than somebody just, you know, fake it. What's up, Lucinda? Is this a bathtub stream? I was told this is a bathtub stream. Sure. Yeah. I'm in a bathtub right now. Jesus. Bought a candle from Target that smells exactly like Sprite. I call it my spicy candle. Ooh. Sprite is one of the most sensual sodas there is, so I could totally understand that. Yeah, totally understandable, Melissa. Yeah. People make apologies about, like, them. Like, it's okay to be impacted by something and hurt by something. And I do believe that people should acknowledge the impact they have on others. Like, I do think that's important. But if what you did or chose, like, if what you chose to do is something that you stand by, you can certainly acknowledge, like, hey, I hear that you were hurt by what I did. You know, I am sorry that what I did had that impact on you, but I am not sorry for the decision I made. That's a perfectly reasonable thing to say. You suck. I don't like you. Also, if someone apologizes and you know they're not being sincere, how can you trust the next time they'll truly mean it? Well, right, exactly. I mean, that's... This is gonna be dicey here. This is gonna be real dicey. Yep. Yep. A lot of stones from this. Yeah, also over-apologizing, not great, man. Like, you also shouldn't just assume that your presence is always burdensome to others and that you always have something to apologize for. That can actually be really annoying when people over-apologize, because then you're actually taking away a person's ability to tell you whether they've been affected adversely by something you did or not. And sometimes it makes an assumption that what you did was problematic, and then that person has to defend them and say, like, you don't need to apologize, I'm fine. That in and of itself can sort of become burdensome. So I believe in apologizing when apologizing is due, but preemptive apologies, I am generally not an advocate for. Number of times I've apologized to my therapist for bothering him with my problems, and he just looks at me like, yeah, I mean, seriously, that's literally what we're there for. It's why I say to all of you, like, don't apologize for asking me questions. It's literally why I'm here. I'm putting myself out there. If I thought your questions were burdensome or I wasn't in the mood to hear them, I wouldn't stream today. Like, anytime I go live, I'm ready to be asked questions. Yeah, where people turn it into, oh, I'm such a piece of shit, It's amazing you haven't left me sort of diatribe. It ends up with them asking for reassurance from a person seeking. Yeah. That's a whole different dynamic that you don't want. Apologize when it's warranted, when you actually are sincere in the apology, and it does not take an apology to recognize the impact that you have on other people. You can recognize it and still hold firm on what you said or what you did. Oh my god, and we traveled a long-ass way to go into this tunnel, so... Here we go. Who dis? Oh, another ring lady. We fought one of these before. How do you handle people who might have complaints about how expensive mental health treatment is? Do therapists find those complaints as offensive? No. It's true. However, what I would say to those folks is that there are affordable options out there. You just have to look. And you do have to, like, do a little bit of legwork. Most therapists... I don't want to say most, but a lot of therapists will carry a pro bono case on their caseload and a sliding scale case on their caseload, but won't advertise it. You just have to ask. It is always okay to ask a therapist if they have any sliding scale or pro bono options available. The worst they can say is no. If a therapist gets shitty with you for asking that question, you shouldn't be seeing that therapist in the first place. It is expensive. That's why we try to sit on insurance panels so that people can better afford to see us. But there are affordable options out there. If you live near a university that has a counseling or like therapy program, you can see students there dirt cheap. I saw people for as low as $1 a session when I was a student. There are community agencies available. There are people in private practice, like I said, that sees people on a sliding scale and pro bono basis. There are things that are potentially available. And with teletherapy being available to people now, there's even more options because you can see therapists that maybe have affordable options in an entirely different part of the state that you're in. So it takes a little bit of legwork. It might be a little bit more difficult, but those options are out there. Becomes some kind of vicious cycle sometimes. You keep apologizing and eventually annoy the other person. They tell you to stop doing it and you apologize for apologizing too much. Yeah. Therapists are hard to find right now. There is a scarcity. I'm not naive to that. I do understand that there is scarcity right now in therapists. They are a bit hard to find. I myself right now, I'm full, and my wait list and my caseload are both full. So I do understand the frustration that a lot of people are dealing with, but that's why I say you don't have to just look in your local area. If you live like in upstate New York, you could look for a therapist from New York City and see them via teletherapy. It's hard to find them right now in part because of teletherapy being available. COVID really pushed people to want to talk to therapists more. And we're more available now than we ever have been. So that's part of what has contributed to some of the scarcity and availability. Yes, money dude, I have done teletherapy exclusively for the last over 2 years. I have not done a single in-person session in the last 2 years. And I stand by it completely. And I will do teletherapy for the rest of my career if I can. Neither one, Quip. Don't really care about either one of them. If you're gonna make me pick, I'd go with Young, but I don't really care for either one. They're both dated. Teletherapy is way easier to do. There's the white stuff on his legs. You think teletherapy is as effective as you're unable to see the patient's body language? Yes, I can see body language. I can see all the body language I need to see. I see people from about mid-chest up, usually. I see all... Seriously, guys, when I tell you, there is literally no difference between teletherapy and in-person therapy for me, I mean it. I do not miss in-person therapy at all. There is no information I got from in-person therapy that was that big of a difference over teletherapy that I am desperate to go back in person. Literally... Like, people forget that it's teletherapy, including myself, within like 2 minutes of being on the video call. Everybody assumes that, like, you know, somebody like tapping their leg is somehow going to be like ridiculously important. And maybe it is, but like, honestly, teletherapy is just as good. Research shows that, by the way. Research absolutely confirms the anecdotal data that I'm telling you right now. Yeah, and Quip, I don't mean to be dismissive of you. I just, Freud and Jung are old school psychoanalytic, very early schools of thought, and we have evolved immensely since the two of them. There are certain tenets of each that are, I think, important for people to understand, but neither one of them really, I mean, they were more of like ideas people, but neither one of them really like developed like an actual approach to therapy, so to speak. And I'm not a psychoanalytic therapist anyway, but there are so many more options out there than just those two. Like, so many more. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right. You know what? I'm just gonna go over here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What modalities do you prefer to work out of? So I was trained to work integratively. So this is always a very hard question for me to answer because my approach looks different with every single client I have. I tailor my approach to what the client's needs are. I don't try to force a client into a particular type of therapy. So, I do really appreciate experiential models of therapy. I use certain tenets of CBT for sure. I use certain tenets of DBT. I really love the challenge point framework when dealing with performance. I do know how to use some psychodynamic approaches, trauma-informed stuff. I mean, I'm all over the place with what I use. I taught models when I was a professor, so I'm pretty well versed in a lot of the core family therapy models, so I combine them in the ways that I need to in order to suit the needs of my clients. All the therapists I've worked with so far have been significantly older than myself. There are many instances where the age difference makes communicating the issues challenging. I believe that. In fact, I think you're the youngest therapist I know of. I understand getting the education takes time, and thus this may just be a ways of younger generations. Any thoughts? Yeah, I mean, Dave, I think a lot of people will seek out older therapists because they make the assumption that an older therapist is going to be like more wise and have more seasoning and be better equipped to help them. And sometimes that's true. I'm not trying to discount older therapists at all. That is true sometimes. But you could ostensibly find a therapist that's in their, mid 20s to lower 30s if you look for people who are either like operating on intern licenses or are like new to a group practice. And in fact, sometimes seeing a younger therapist can be more helpful because they are fresher out of school and learning different things instead of just kind of being locked into the same thing that they've been doing for the last 30 years. Sometimes people get intimidated when a person that they see as younger than them is helping them deal with things. And I understand that. And I also usually tell people, like, if you give me a couple sessions and you'll forget that I'm 32 years old. If you're curious about those types of things, Quip, I encourage you to check out my YouTube channel because I've done lectures about different models of therapy that you may find interesting. Who is that? Oh my god. Like I talk about like narrative therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, internal family systems therapy. We've done some cool deep dives. Yep, I'm 32. I really think age is an overrated metric when we're talking about like physical and mental health. I also think that we also massively overrate where people like went to school. I think like reputation amongst other doctors is really important. Like who are other doctors referring to? Who's getting, who do you know people that have had good experiences with this specific person and are like, yeah, man, you got to see them because that person operated on my knee and they were fantastic. Like at that point, like if that person has a track record, a great success rate with clients, do you really care if they're in their 30s and went to a school that you don't particularly see represented as being a good school? No, I want somebody who can fix my knee. So reputation is really the most important thing. There's an old joke that, like, what do you call the person who finished last in their class in med school? Doctor. Right? Like, that doesn't necessarily mean that everybody who graduates from med school is a good doctor, don't get me wrong, but, like, it takes a lot of work to get through these things, and also, like, just because you went to Harvard doesn't necessarily mean that, like, you're a great doctor. I have never in my life as a therapist, not one time have I ever had a potential client ask me, what was your grade point average in your doctoral program? Not one time. Nobody gives a shit. People see PhD and they go, oh, that guy must know what he's talking about in some way. Luckily, I do, but yeah, that's the whole thing about Harvard is, it's like it's harder to get into than it is to graduate from. And there's some truth to that. I mean, I went to Northwestern. I can certainly attest to that. I feel like I'm just sort of out in no man's land right now. So, where do I want to go here? Do we go back and try to fight that guy on the bridge? There's also another tree over here. Maybe we go over to the tree. Let's do that. Let's go over to the tree. I always forget people start stuff much earlier than I am. I'm almost 37. Yeah, I started grad school when I was 22. I did my first therapy session when I was 22 years old. I've been doing therapy for almost 10 years. I got my PhD when I was 27. I've been out of my PhD program 2 years longer than I was in it. But I went to college when I was 18, so I mean I literally spent all of my 20s basically in school. You know, and that was fine. There's some parts of that I'm kind of like bummed about. Yeah. But, you know, I am where I am because of it, so. Yanni, thank you for the Prime sub. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much, friend. Oh god, yeah, Victoria, don't do that to me. Oh god. Ooh, what is this place? This place doesn't seem fun at all. Oh, man. The village of Albinarix. You guys hostile? Yes, you are. Okay. Okay. Well, there's a lot of you. It really is a village. I don't think you made any poor choices. You're helping many people. That's very kind of you to say, Pismo. Found you on TikTok. You have great content. It's helping me evaluate myself and my relationship with others. Thank you. It is my pleasure, Yanni. Thank you for the subscription, my friend. I appreciate you coming over here to tell me that. What does a limited license therapist mean? I'm guessing it's probably similar to an intern license, K-Girl, where they're like working toward full licensure. And they're like under the supervision of somebody who is licensed. That would be my guess. But I've not seen that terminology before, so don't hold me to that. You have any regrets about not being able to experience your 20s? No, it is what it is. I don't... No matter how much I would maybe think about what changes I would make in my 20s, it doesn't matter because my 20s are already done. I lived them the way that I did. And also, like... No, I, like, feel good about, you know, what I did led me to a point where I can do what I currently do. I enjoy the life that I have. I met my wife by going to grad school, whom I love very much. And I wouldn't say that I have any regrets. You know, even the mental breakdown I had after my PhD program, I think was necessary for me to learn some stuff about myself. So, no, I don't.
Please, no. Dear me. I haven't a clue. No secrets lie with me, not a one. Oh, please leave me be. Wait then. You're not one of them? Well, what a relief. Oh, I am Albus and Albinoric. As you can see, we're finished. The whole village, the cursemongers have destroyed everything. I beg you. You must keep it.
Allig Tree Secret Medallion, right.
And if you should meet the young, then please give it.
Latena.
I chose the medallion. It's only a quid for dear. My legs, alas.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, well, that's sad. Ivory sickle. I can dig that. I've always been of the mind that the path you walk is in life is predetermined, that you can only change how you react to the path you walk. There's no point in getting caught up in the past. Hey, I respect that perspective. That's not my perspective. I don't believe that we're fated for anything. I believe that our choices are our choices to make. But, hey, you know, I can respect a difference on that. How's the game going? It's going all right. Sean, how are you doing, buddy? What's going on around here? These people do not look like they live a very fun existence. Albinuric blood clot just laying on the ground. That sounds fun. Okay. Crystal sword. I need intellect. Alright, hold on a second. Let's just jack my intellect here for a second, just to see. It's a neat little sword. I don't think we're gonna use it much, but I can certainly appreciate it. You ever make an obscure reference to some old and say, did I just date myself with that comment? Because I do it often. Yeah. Part of growing old, man. I made a reference to Big Comfy Couch the other day, and I was like, oh my god, am I old or what? I'm trying to think of, there was another reference I made recently that was kind of similar, and I was like, oh, lordy, lord. Mere scarab. Ooh, who dis? We're getting kind of high on runes here. I actually think maybe I'm going to go back to the Site of Grace, eat a couple of runes, and level something up here before I go fight the rest of this. I think that's probably a smart idea. So rainy and blustery here today, so cozy inside and not have to go anywhere. It's a great feeling. It's a really great feeling. I was playing online a couple days ago. I made a Monty Python reference and nobody caught it. And I was like, Christ, I'm old, man. But Monty Python's timeless. 33,000. Started various streams that are welcoming viewers in. I always make reference to the Romper Room segment. The Romper Room segment. I actually don't know what that is. let's find... Let's fight these people again. Because they're going to give me the runes I need to level up. Whoosh, thank you. Whoosh, thank you. Yeah. That is so satisfying. That's what I was saying, but nobody caught it, so I felt like a fossil. Hey, that's alright. You know what? There's no shame in getting older. No shame in getting older. Alright, give myself a little bit more health. Let's cross the bridge to Terabithia. You choose weapon and armor based on how it looks or on stats. A little bit of both. I mean, I would ideally like to play where it's by looks. Like, that to me is more desirable. But, god damn it, dude. Which is why I love when games have transmog, but ultimately, like, I do want to be able to progress through the game. So if I picked only the getup that I thought looked the coolest, I think this would be a lot harder. Which is not a bad thing, necessarily. In my pro opinion, I think you should power stance. In my streamer opinion, I think you should avoid back seating, which I don't have the text on the screen, so I'll let it slide, but don't tell me what to do. Strict rule around here. What up, Omen Killer? Idiot. Alright, your dog is pissing me off, dude. Crucible, not talisman. Don't care. See you later. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. See ya, Pismo. Alright. That guy was not hard to kill at all. I'm curious what we got. Let's see what this thing is. Reduces damage and impact of headshots? Alright. There's gotta be somewhere else to go. Like, literally, that boss's dog gave me more trouble than he did. So I'm guessing maybe we just kind of keep progressing. I noticed you've been streaming on Twitch a lot more than just once a week. Welcome back to the Purple Side. Oh, Dave, I'm here full time now. All my live streams are on Twitch now. I no longer go over on YouTube. All the VODs are on YouTube, so I'm streaming 6 nights a week, and I've been streaming during the day on weekends, which has been kind of fun. So, also, just want to say thanks for being here, friends. I really am grateful for your presence. I hope you're enjoying yourself this afternoon. I hope me being live feels like a lovely addition to your Saturday afternoon. Really appreciate your support of the channel. Always, and those of you that have subbed today, thank you for the subs and stuff like that. Also, if you haven't been here in a while or you're not normally here at night, there is a new merch store to check out. Got some cool stuff in there. Make sure you grab some merch if you want something. If you want to support the stream and want something to show for it, I do appreciate your support in those purchases. Also, new music album. Those of you that like listening to my music, the song you were just listening to is actually on the new album. It's also a single right now in the store. But my new album Entropy drops on next Friday on the merch store, and it'll be on Spotify a week after. So make sure you get excited for those. I got COVID a week ago because even though I'm very careful, I was in close contact with some family that wasn't. I've had a tough time quarantining and being alone in my room every day. I wanted to say thank you because I've been lurking all afternoon, and this stream helped me get out of bed and clean my room. I'm feeling halfway human today. Just one more week of isolation. Hey, I'm happy to be along for the ride, Trish, and keep you company. I know being on quarantine can be really tough, so. Means we've already done this. Wait, you make the music? Yeah, I do. Yeah, the song you just heard was indeed one of mine. I'm gonna go up here. It's calming. I get that a lot. It's good to throw on the background while you're doing like work, or if you're just trying to chill or like meditate or whatever. There's no lyrics or anything. It's just me playing guitar loops. That's all. Alright, we're going to the south. Toward the tree. There were like trolls that were around here last time, if I remember correctly. Yep. Going to that tree over there. I keep forgetting to tell you, but my birdie Ozzy has a coconut husk head in his cage for his beak. Every time I see it, it reminds me of Coconut Man. Nice. That's awesome. Coconut Man approves. Stuff. You just keep singing your heart out. I've got no interest in fighting. Ooh, another one of these. Yay. These are fun. Cuckoo's Evergoal. Let's go. Got some good luck today. Who goes here? Oh, Bowls. What's up, bud? Yeah, be mad. Be mad, Bowls. Ah. Ryan. Ryan. Oh. There we go. Don't really care for what we got, but we beat him. Easy peasy. We've been making quick work of stuff now. Lore behind it, supposedly. It seems like the lore in this game is relatively inaccessible. Which is fine. Yo, we still haven't fought that vulture. I'm really, like, I have not forgotten about that vulture. With the big skull head. I really want to fight that guy again. It was kind of crazy how he, like, showed up that one time, and then I tried to get him to come back, and he just didn't. Invaded. Hey, what's up, Edgar? Ravager. Oh no! Oh no! Bitch. Got nothing on me, man. There's another grape. Shabiri grape. There was a guy. Actually, you know what? There was a guy that wanted those grapes. I gotta remember which guy it was. But I remember there was a guy that wanted it. Also, we just got another Banished Knight's Halberd +8? Damn. Alright. We're getting some good stuff. You're surgical with that timing. It's mad impressive. Well, thanks. Raw meat dumpling. Oh, were these all trying to eat dinner and somebody came in and ruined your day? It would seem that's the case. Alright, back to the tree. They were just getting some dim sum. At least they died happy. I love the optimism, Skog. So that's 2 invaders and 2 bosses so far today? Is that, am I counting that correctly? I think I am. Hi, Dr. Mick. Fan of your TikToks. First time watcher. How's Elden Ring going? It's going great. Thanks for watching my TikTok, Sweet Pea, and coming over here to tell me that you watch them. It means a lot to me. Oh, what do we... oh, yeah. All right. All right. And we fought so many of these guys. These guys are fun. I really enjoy fighting these. When we fought the rotten one, he lasted forever, man. Oh shit, broke mine. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Damn it. Damn it! I see how you want to do this. I see you. It's fine. Did he even hit me? I even get hit there? Cerulean crystal tear, ruptured crystal tear. And we are just motoring through. Yeah, this sword is ridiculous. This sword hits so hard. I really want to fight one of the dragons though. Like those are like I feel like the final frontier. Came in when you were halfway done and he was gone a minute later. That weapon of yours is top tier. Yeah, dude. Especially wielding it one-handed with a shield. I mean, it's unreal. The poise breaks are really what I like when I can like time those properly. That really is what feels cool. No, get off the sword, Ryan. Or off the horse. There you go. See what's in here? I've been playing Dragon Age Inquisition and been noticing stuff that you talk about in other games about psychology. It's interesting picking up on stuff I wouldn't normally. That's pretty cool. I like that. Inquisition's actually on my list. Alright, what's in here? I don't know. It'll be a while before we do it. I will play Origins before we do Inquisition, but... Ooh, is this another Herediation... Wait. Herediation Guide the... So, this is the same thing as, like, that puzzle that was in the other place. What the hell is Herediation, man? I am no longer Pumpkinhead, it is true. You have to play for the Notre Dame football team to solve that puzzle. Damn. I strongly dislike Notre Dame, so that's a real bummer to hear. Grew up in Northwest Indiana, where Notre Dame fans are the worst. I used to say I hate Notre Dame more than I love any other school. I root for Notre Dame to lose 100% of the time. What happened to your Pumpkinhead T-Seep helmet? I assume you found something better? Yeah, this helmet. This prisoner's helmet is more effective than the Pumpkinhead. So that's what I use. Maybe we go give the bell bearings to the old ladies at the Knights of the Round Table. We'll see if maybe they give us something good again. I do like the Octorok helmet. I mean, there's some cool-ass looking helmets, but that's what's driving me crazy about not having the... not having transmog. What? Holy shit! I came in here thinking, I was like, it's dark in here. Wow. I wasn't ready for that. Clinging bone. Alright, everybody cool? Everybody okay? That was wild. It was so dark.
Hello. I thank you. So what can I do? I serve the goal that I might put following only the guide those who live in death. Their mere existence, so it is.
Enchanted right hand armament with holy damage. Oh, so I don't care about that stuff. Didn't seem like much of a great enemy.
To see you, thank goodness. I'm still looking not easy, but
Yeah, no, I'm the great enemy at this point. I am the great enemy. I'm the captain now. Oh, come on. Please be better. Please. Please be better. Alright, we're just gonna see what I look like in this stuff, because this stuff looks freaking awesome, man. Come on. I look like I'm ready to tour with Iron Maiden. Look how freaking awesome that is. A white man came across the sea. He brought us pain and misery. We fought him well. We gave him hell. Come on. That looks so badass, dude. Holy shit. Alright, we'll keep it on for a little bit, because that looks... how intimidating is that? You look like the lead guitarist for Judas Priest. I'll take that. Hold on a second. All right. Anything good, ladies? Still no? Jeez, man. They really don't. There's... I just... I didn't do it. Put up Division 2 and ran benchmarks since my new CPU's been bottlenecking me, and oh boy. That's fantastic, Victoria. What a great feeling. What are you doing in here, buddy?
You've received the wisdom of the two fingers, then I bid you welcome as a true member of the Round Table. I am known as Gideon, as a Tarnished who wishes to stand before the Elden Ring, and I am accumulating. You now belong to a select group of fellows.
As such, I ask that you remain constant.
Great rune, then as your fellow, allow the inheritors of the Great Runes, the Shard Bearers. We of the Round Table know the location of 5 of them, including the one you defeated. Godric the Grafted, Lord of Stormvale. General Radahn.
Need him too.
Melania and her rot to a standstill in the Caelid Wilds. Praetor Rykard, Lord of the Volcano Manor of Mount Gelmir. Morgott, the Grace-Giver.
I think we killed Margot too.
And Lord of Lane-Dell. And Renala.
We killed Renala.
You'll still be after Morgrave.
Alright, so tell me... Alright, sell him Selvis's potion. Oh, we're gonna do that in a minute. About Ensha.
My Ensha got rather ahead of himself, it seems, as his master. But now, Ensha finished. Forever.
Oh, that's the guy I killed. Okay.
Ah, yes. Allow me to find the... She hides in a cave to the west of the Laskia ruins, which jut from the mist-shrouded lake of Liurnia. She knows the location of the medallion's counter... Find the Albinoric woman. She hides in a cave to the west of the Laskia ruins, which jut from the mist-shrouded lake. She knows the location.
Okay, cool. About Godric.
God, despite being his castle, I suspect you know that.
Already killed him. Doesn't matter. About Radahn.
He fought Malane, and now I've heard. And if it's true, I saw. I doubt it.
Alright, we killed him already. Rykard.
Rykard is the Lord of the Volcano. He is a ruthless justiciar who commands a company of inquisitors, reviled for his serpentine demeanor. The volcano, Mount Gelmir, lies in the west of the Altus Plateau, the realm of the Erd Tree. It was the stage of the most appalling battle. Rykard has committed the grave sin of blasphemy. Morgott the Grace-Given is law. It lies at the foot of the Erd Tree, in the east. But the two fingers forbid us.
Oh, maybe I haven't fought Margot then.
The Academy of Renala is, but Renala herself is not. Her beloved Radaga, the Great Root.
Alright, cool. Show himself.
Is that potion what I think it is? Bloody Selvis. I suppose he's up to something again. Oh, I won't interfere. The Round Table has no... But I ask you this. Or would you rather hand that potion to me and see if we can't get one over on the bastard?
Ooh. Yeah, you've been nicer to me than he was.
Good. You go and see Selvis, but don't just tell him that you tricked your mark into drinking the pot. Despite knowing next to bloody nothing, it's his inevitable display of arrogance, Phil.
Yeah, I mean, that guy's been nothing but an asshole to me, so whatever. Take the potion, big dog. Man, this armor's so badass, dude. Holy shit. I really think, though, I'm sacrificing a ton. I'm sacrificing so much by wearing this. Like, look at that poise. Like, my poise is just, I can't. Like, I've got to wear this stuff. This is my play style. Like, I need all the poise I can get. I wonder if I could maybe, so we're at 56 with this. 62? Damn. I'll wear this helmet for a little while. I also like the cape on this. The cape is really neat. Let's go talk to this other guy, see if there's anything new that he has for me.
I asked you not. is all that keeps.
All right, brother. Sorry, man.
Ah, yes. I wonder if you've met if you haven't already. Father is leader, as I'm sure talking to him. It's about time. I'll see you again, warrior. It's about time. I'll see you again.
Would love that. All right, Rogier, I think, is still struggling. Oh, what is this? Rogier's bell bearing? Spellblade's pointed at. No, Rogier! No, Rogier's letter. We lost Rogier. Letter written in a trembling hand. I forgot to tell you, but it seems D has a younger brother. I heard he lies in a deep sleep in the aqueduct beside the eternal city of Nokron, and it said he stood before the Prince of Death not far beyond that spot. I think we might have killed that guy already. Have I ever jumped down here? I don't think I have. I didn't realize I could jump down here. Oh, shit! What's up, Dumbledore? I don't give a shit about your bow. What? What? This guy's poise is off the charts, man. Haunter's tongue. Probably some kind of quest item would be my guess. That frostbite was brutal, but come on. It's no match for me. You kidding me? Who are we talking about here, chat? Place is more expansive than I thought. Look at this. Yikes. Cypher Pata. I just don't know. Just don't know what any of this is. That's okay. Wait, ooh, here we go. Lures in invaders. Oh, okay. Cypher's Pata. Just got so much shit, man. I've got so much shit. Oh, here it is. Okay, so it's a fist weapon. Oh, all right. I don't need that. What else is down here? Might as well explore. Nothing? Alright. Go back up then. That was fun. I don't think is my only death so far when I fell down. Is that all we've had today? Falling so far, just one? Yeah, alright. See, we're rocking and rolling. And in there. Alright, let's see if he...
Well, I took you for no matter.
Yeah, I know. You always take me for dead. I'm never dead. Somber smithing stone 7. I don't have enough. I don't know that any of these are something that I want. I mean, this being +9, but it doesn't look like it's that strong. And like my golden halberd is definitely stronger still. So I don't know that I'm interested in that. It's just not a weapon that I've been as excited about still. I mean, there's some cool looking weapons, but... Let's sell some of this bullshit, though. Like I don't need this. And alright, I need to go offer Ragier's bell bearing to the old ladies again. And let's see what Ragier maybe gave to us in death. Bell bearing shop 1? Ash of War spinning weapon. Oh, that's the stuff that he used to be able to teach us. Not exciting. That's fine. But I do... So we haven't gone there yet. I would like to go there. There's... Oh, this is like that PvP castle thing. I want to see... Oh, you know what? I don't know that I want to do that. I don't know. Maybe we go here. We still haven't beaten the Crucible Knight, man. I don't know if I want to put that evil on myself right now, though. I want to find these people that this guy was talking about. There's just so many options. Also, like, there's this castle over here that we haven't gotten to yet. So much to do, man. We haven't gotten, like, up here. Let's go... Alright, let's go here. Surely now you are prepared? I don't know, man. That boss is a bitch. Like, that boss is...
Unusual to this aged.
I don't think you have anything that matters to me. No, you don't. So...
Have a safe journey.
I want to go... I want to go down here. Oh, right. Right, there's this pot that's like, hey, dude, you gotta... Oh, man. That's right. Okay, so... I remember that pot is kind of a douche. We have to kill that Titan. We're gonna try it. This man out here beating up tumbleweeds, you know it. You know it. What do you think is inside those pots? Well, I know that this guy has... There's basically 3 guys that are blocking... What do I need to level up? Because I know... I almost assuredly... Alright, Mask, it's been fun. I need to go... Here... I need 34,000, so I need about 13,000 runes here. Uh-oh, I don't know that I'm actually going to get enough here. I really wish that this would just tell me how many of these, like how many runes I'm going to get. 15,000, alright. Well. There we go. Let's get this to 30. That would be ideal, I think. Alright, this is going to be a bitch. Because we go through here. There's an... Oh, God. There's an archer. That is... We don't really have to worry about, but we do have to kill the other golem in order to kill the other dudes. And these guys... Miss. 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 Oh, what up, Julia? Hey, friends, go follow Julia if you haven't already. Julia, I hope you're having a lovely, lovely afternoon. Thanks for coming by to hang out with us for a little bit. Okay. Julia, if I'm not mistaken, you recently beat Elden Ring, didn't you? Am I remembering that correctly? You did? Congratulations. You're using the same sword I used? Nice. This giant interrupting Dr. Mick talking to Julia is so rude, right? I know. Well, congratulations on beating the game, Julia. I've been enjoying the hell. How many hours did you end up putting into it? Alright, Mr. Pot. I have returned. I am ready. I think 140 for my first playthrough? Damn, nice. Alright, here we go. This guy sucks. He's not fun to fight. That reason. Fine. What am I stuck against? Oh, there's an invisible wall. Shit. All right. All right. One down. Duelist Knight of the Great Jar has died. All right, number 2. Bring it on, buddy. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? Give me everything you got. This guy's got magic, I think. Whoa. Okay, this guy hits hard. And he's got magic. Yep. Oh, shit. Oh, shit! No! Oh, damn. Damn. I got so tied up on that magic. It's alright. We killed one of them, so. I really hope that other guy doesn't come back, though. That guy's got, he's got a real fast sword. That guy doesn't mess around. It's alright, though. We haven't fought that guy before, though, so I didn't really know what to expect. So, no big deal. That's right. We go again is right. Seriously, chat, if you do not follow Julia, I'm going to need you to, while I go fight this golem in preparation for the night, I'm going to need you to click on Julia's name, or I'm going to need you to follow the link from the shout-out, and I'm going to need you to go follow her. Julia is a fabulous human. Wonderful vibes. Good friend of the stream. Take it upon yourself to get to know her. I promise you, you will enjoy her content. She always says such nice things about me. I gotta say nice things about her too. Not because she says nice things about me, but because she deserves it. Oh god. 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 Actually, you know what? Hold on. Because when we summon this, it creates an invisible wall. Come on, Torrent. Oh, I can't believe I timed that right. Let's see. Let's just for my own. Let's see what this guy's. Oh, I have to fight. Oh man, that sucks. All right, maybe the invisible wall makes it so that he's not going to hit me. God damn it. Maybe. I just made this way harder for myself, didn't I? Oh my god! Okay. We have to dodge him. Alright, patience. Patience is going to be what we got to do with him. Haven't seen him string any combo attacks together. Oh boy. So we just gotta pick our spots here. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Come on, it's totally working for you, buddy. Hey, Ropeblade. Good to see you, bud. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh! Oh! Ooh. Oh, man. Come on. Come on! Yeah. There we go. There we go. You're the only person who would make me cry on this platform saying shit like that, so stop before my coffee gets salty. Alright, 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 alright. I don't need you having salty coffee. But I meant it. To the person who just purchased a mug on the merch store, thank you very much for doing that. Alright, one down. Now we know we can beat that guy. Alright? So it's hard because it makes you want to ask, like, okay, do we pick the guy who's harder because I need to make sure that I beat him, knowing that I can be confident about this guy? Like, I kind of think that's the route to go. So we're gonna drink this. And all right, here we go. This guy's tougher, so we're gonna make sure that we clear him out. We can have confidence going into the final battle. Damn it. Okay. Guys, stabby stabs are very quick. Fine. It's fine. My stamina back. Oh man! All right, I gotta stop being greedy. Just go for one, Ryan. Oh boy. Oh no. Ooh. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. Now, we go nice and chill. We take our time. Take our time. We get this done. Just have to make sure that I don't run out of stamina. Because that's where these guys really get you, man. Is they take your stamina down, and then they do the, like, whole, like, stab you, knock you down thing. Alright, Ryan. Nope. Oh. Alright. Poison does not freak me out. Stamina back. No need to be aggressive here. Let's... Oh. Alright, I got a little ahead of myself. There we go! Woo! Oh, ye pot! Great pot! Allow me past the great jar's arsenal. Are the not that's it? Really? That's it? Vastly raises maximum equipment load. Oh, well, okay, but... Oh, ye great pot. That's all you have for me? You dick! I wanted to get into your castle. Could I get into your castle without fighting your people? I'm a little disappointed. There's this big-ass cool castle that I could go into, and I can't go in. I mean, I'm proud of myself and all, but, like... you hit him, and to be honest, I was so ready for him to get up and squish you. That would have been awesome. I'd love to fight this great silent pot. I just impressed the shit out of him, and he's got nothing to say to me. Yeah, whatever. There's gotta be a way to get in there. Has to be. You don't put this whole thing here without giving me an opportunity to get in there. That's almost certain death to go drop down over there. Investigation mode activate is right. Stupid pot. So mad. Let me in. This is too oh god, this is too scary. This is too scary. Cuz I can't can I be on this? Oh my lord, I can. All right, we're doing it. We're doing it. You don't know till you know. Right? As the notorious B.I.G. once said, if you don't know, now you know. I'm pretty sure he's notorious for saying that. Alright. At least I knew I could run past these guys. That gave me a lot more confidence, but... Keep running. Oh, that was close. My runes. Accept defeat. Oh, were you kidding me? It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Right, I agree, Prince. That's what I've been looking at that. Like, that's why I gotta believe that you can get in here. It's just... I don't know if I'm running into an invisible wall. Right, because, like... Maybe if I put this shit away, maybe it's a little bit easier for me to... Right, because, like, look at this. Like, I can walk along this edge. It's doable. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me. You know what? Screw those runes. I don't even give a shit about the runes. I want to know if I can climb on that wall, and I'll be damned. I'll be damned if we don't figure this shit out. Alright? That was not appreciated. Just straight up mean to put these dickheads here. Like, why are they even here? What is the purpose of this asshole even being here? Okay. Alright. Go ahead. There's no reason to keep shooting at me, sir. Yeah, I think that's an invisible wall. I like actually do think that's an invisible wall. I don't think I can make that climb. Because it doesn't feel the same as when I walk on this one. Like, I can go in there, but I can't do that on this other edge. But I think our trial and error on this has come to an end. Now, I gotta make sure that this dipshit doesn't hit me with this arrow while I go to get these. Let's go. Oh, and of course, I can't even fast travel. Oh, man. Okay. Let's go to that tree. Get out of here. Let's go to that tree. You there. Well, now your little feetsies are orange. Hey, you know what? Mission accomplished. We killed the 3 guys outside the castle. I'm convinced now we can't get in there unless we do something special. Bear still here? Or did we kill that bear earlier? I don't remember. Regardless, go to the smoldering church. God, it's so hot in here, man. It's so freaking hot in here. It's killing me. All right. Quick reminder for those of you who maybe have been rolling in here recently, just as a heads up, if you are interested in my music that is stream safe and DMCA free, I have a 4th album coming out next Friday. So June 3rd, it's coming to the merch store. Definitely encourage you to come hang out on Friday for the launch party for that. And also just if you keep tabs on that kind of thing, it's available. I have a new merch store. It's drmick.store. If you're interested in having some cool You Matter themed merch, you'll be able to stream the new album on Spotify and Apple Music and all those other ones starting June 10th. Also on Tuesday night at 9:30 p.m. Pacific time, my pal Jared and I are going to be hanging out doing another relationship Q&A. If you want to ask questions, any question you want to ask about relationships, go into Discord, go to the relationship QA channel, and ask your question, and we will get to it on stream. The first two have been incredibly well attended. People have given us really awesome feedback about them. So, if there's ever anything you wanted to know about relationships, breakups, you name it, we are more than happy to answer those questions, even if they've been asked before. Jared is going to moderate that for me. He asks me the questions. It's a really good time. Would love to have you all there. A lot of good stuff coming up. Oh, here we go. We got another. Is this another rotting one? The relationship stream is on Tuesday. You're a hockey fan. I vaguely remember you wearing a hockey hat a while ago. Could I remember what team you like, though? I am a Golden Knights fan. However, I also root for the Blackhawks and the Arizona Coyotes. Oh, no. Rot is going to be nasty here. Also, we do not have a lot of room to fight this guy. Although he's not as powerful as the last one. Ooh, watch your health, Ryan. I'm an Avs fan. I don't mind the Avs. First hockey jersey my mom ever bought me was a Joe Sakic jersey. So I do appreciate the Avs. I don't have anything against them. My least favorite team in the NHL is the Detroit Red Wings, and my second least favorite team in the NHL is the San Jose Sharks. Also, if there are any hockey fans in chat right now, I've got something cool to show you after this fight that I worked on last night. God damn it. One of our beloved mods is a huge Blues fan. See you later. Yeah, so let me show you real quick. So one of the things that I really like about the Coyotes is, oh no, oh, I just spoiled it, is their Kachina design. Absolutely love this. It's got Native American influence. I have Native American in me. I just think it's the coolest design in all of sports. I think it's amazing. So last night, I was like, man, I had this idea of like, man, I would love a Golden Knights version of that, and that doesn't exist, so I made one. Haha. I think it turned out pretty well. It's pretty fun to make, so. Pretty proud of it. So, anyway, since y'all asked about hockey, yeah, I'm a huge hockey fan. Alright, so we killed that guy. We got some cool stuff for our potions. Moving right along, man. Alright. I got about, I'd say I got about a half hour Let's see. Scared y'all were gonna force a game 7. Oh yeah, I mean no, the Avs played well. The Avs are a great team this year. I actually think an Avs Hurricanes Stanley Cup final would be amazing. Are the enemies just straight up gone because of this? I wonder where this takes us. Let's take us. Oh god, this seems risky. Why did I just do this? Seems risky. Oh. To my favorite bridge. Yay. Alright, let's this is not. This portal's now active. Maybe this takes us inside the castle. I really want to... God, I want to beat the Crucible Knights so bad. But are they... I don't answer this, chat, but I hope they're not gone for good. With me doing this, like, festival thing. Because I'd like to beat him. Doggy's still guarding everything. Alright, come here. Come on. Over here. There used to be a second one running around here. Alright, that's enough for me to get... Can I open this? This would be... Like that. That sword shield combo you have is crazy. I know. Awesome. Been very fun to use. Alright, let's go level up and then let's see if we can get to the Crucible Knight again. Are you kidding me? I need 100 souls. You're kitty. Dick. Oh no. You've got to be kidding me, man. I need literally 100 souls. Where's the guy gotta go to get a quick 100 souls? Probably go... I don't... God damn it. I don't know. Murkwater Catacombs. Sure. Why not? I have the sword, just not the shield. I forget where I got the shield from. Oh, I got the shield off of... I got the shield off of one of the 2 tree sentinels that were outside the capital city. Yeah, there we go, you dicks. Give me your souls. Just to be sure, I still don't have enough. Holy shit, man. Come on. 35,597. 35,449. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Come on, Master Chief. Now. Back to the castle. You make it through last night without bitching? No, I had to give an album away. According to Skog, I complained at least 5 times. So, I had to give away an album. But it was fun. I did actually enjoy it. So, there is that. Yeah, what the hell? You there.
At last. Brave champion, a celebration was festering with rot and crippled by madness. Finally, I'm no longer I have a told business, you could say. You wouldn't understand. May we meet again, if the fate... It's time I went. May we meet again.
Alright, go ahead and leave then, bud. That's it? That's all I get? Okay. I'm really bummed out. I'm missing out on that boss, man. Makes me sad. Hey, no worries, Dave. Just love seeing you when I see you, dude. I hope you've been all right. No more Crucible. It's from the last. I gotta believe there's a way that they come back. Gotta believe there is. I refuse to believe that those guys are just gone for good. What I do know is that there's a thing over there that really sucks ass to fight. Like, massively sucks ass to fight. And I still don't know that I want to do it. Climb, climb, climb. Yeah, it is, Trey. I mean, that is actually currently the boss that has killed me. It is the thing that has killed me the most. I have died to it 44 times, and it's because the poise on that damn Crucible Knight is freaking impossible to manage. Yep, okay, I don't want to fight you. I'm out. I'm out, brother. I'm just trying to leave the castle. I'm just trying to leave the castle. That's all I want. All I want is to leave the castle. Not trying to fight. Worry about me. Just trying to leave the castle. Just trying to get outside the walls of the castle. That's all I'm trying to do. Just get out of here. You can puke on me all you want, but I'm just... Don't mind me. Just want to hop on my trusty steed. Thank you very much. All right, we're good. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Now, let's go through the Field of Dreams here, huh? Where a dragon's gonna jump down on me, I bet. You there! I have no quarrel with you. I don't really want to fight if I can help it, man. I've killed enough of you. I have your brother's axe. Oh, what? Great! 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 No yelling on the bus! I had to have missed a sight of grace up on that hill by those windmills. I almost undoubtedly did. What? It's okay. Oh, it wasn't unfair, Sean. There's very little about this game that is unfair. This game treats you with respect if you treat it with respect. If you don't treat this game with respect, it doo-doos all over you. This game is not unfair. What up, Night Elf? Good to see you, friend. Up we go. Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff hanging out here on this road. See you later. Alright, we're in Doggy Town. Doggy Town, USA. Oh. Shit. I'll take the back door. Oh! No! No, I shouldn't have said I was taking the back door out loud. No! I gave it time to prepare. Never give it time to prepare. What are you doing? What are you two losers doing? Okay, there's something in here. There's a big thingy mabobber right in there. Hey, that's a big blood pile thing. These guys have so much health. Oh my god. At least they move slow. Come on, hit me. Hit me! Come on out here, fellas. Or whatever. I don't even know. I don't know what pronouns to use for clumps of blood on the ground. And they haven't told me. Oh, Lord. Ugh. Okay. Doing okay. Alright, to the big clot. You there. Big disgusting thing. I didn't know that big giant piles of meat had poise. What the hell? Oh, you! You really want to try this? Yes, you do, and this is going to be bad. Okay. 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 Nope, I don't care. Nope. Nope. All that for some golden runes, huh? Really how we're gonna roll today, huh? Okay. How's it going? Working hard or hardly working, fellas? Last time there were a bunch of these things laying on the ground. We had a big-ass dragon that I couldn't kill that landed on it. Really hoping that that doesn't happen again. Alright. Mount Gelmir. Hey, that guy in the round table told us about this place. What kind of bad stuff awaits us here, do you think? Or do you think everybody's friendly? God. I already hate this place if these things are flying or rolling around in it. Already hate it. Already not a fan. Okay, good. You. Drink up, drink up. Man, that takes so much stamina away from me. No! Oh, no! Oh! We got no sights of grace. None. None! Oh! Oh my god, what's up, Zoiku? God damn it. Clearly, the solution is more stamina. I don't know, man. I have to just make sure that I don't counter when she does that, like, giant thing, because when I counter, it eats up more stamina. You know, I got a little hasty. I saw that she takes a lot of damage when you hit her, and I just thought, okay, fine, I'll rough her up a bit. We'll call it a day. I would love to find a site of grace up here, though. That would be real neato. Doesn't look like that's gonna happen for me. Alright, it's fine. We're gonna survive this battle this time, so it's not gonna matter. We ask like therapist-related questions. Yep, go for it. That's what I'm here for. Just make sure you tag me. If you don't tag me, I'm very likely to miss whatever you say to me. What are you guys talking about over here? Got my new intake installed. Finally hooked my DVD drive up again. Yo, I need a DVD drive. Like, legit. Oh, there's just... Oh, my God. It's fine. Whatever. It's fine. Ask me if I care. This place sucks. Alright, Invader, come on. Let's see what you got. No? Not gonna invade me this time? There you are. Oh, shit. The dogs are gonna be a problem. Son of a bitch. Yeah, look at that. Look at all of that. Oh. I hope I get that butcher knife. Back up. Yep. What? What? No! 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 Yes, the dog killed her! Yeah! Yeah. Idiot! And I got her knife! Yes! Oh man, I can't believe the dog killed her. Dog coming up clutch. Oh my god. Oh man, that's hilarious. Yeah, does that count as cheese? I don't even know, man. I'll take it though. That's hilarious. Holy crap. That was so dicey too. Like I could not get a potion in there. I guess we're not gonna get up there. Holy shit. What advice would you give someone who thinks they should talk to someone but feels like they can't because where they work is looked down on or gets them stigmatized? First of all, none of those are feelings. Those are narratives. Your work is not, I mean, as far as, I'm not a lawyer, but your work is not required to know if you seek therapy. Like, if you use your insurance to see a therapist, like, your work doesn't know that. You also don't have to tell anybody that you're in therapy. Like, you're not required to disclose that. So, what I generally say to folks is, like, if you want to go to therapy, you should seek out a therapist. If you want to use your insurance, it's perfectly reasonable and okay. You are not required to disclose that you're going to therapy to your employer. Like, they're not allowed to ask. So, if it's stigmatized, stigma is never the reason that you should avoid going to therapy. Ever. Like, never, ever. And I have a video to help you figure out how to find one if you go to my YouTube channel or if somebody hits !FMAT in chat. You can. Like, the idea that you can't is fallacy. You absolutely can. But yeah, a lot of people think they have to disclose. I mean, now, I don't know what kind of profession you're in. There are some professions where maybe they do require you to disclose that kind of thing. In which case, that's kind of dicey. It's kind of got to be handled on a case-by-case basis. But we're talking about just kind of like general, regular employment that doesn't require that to be disclosed. You do not have to disclose that to anybody. You don't even have to tell friends or family you're going to therapy if you don't want to. Oh, that's where the... Oh. Okay, now I understand. This is confusing because I gotta be able to get up there somehow. But maybe not. Bridge of Iniquity. It's not a bridge we're going to cross today, apparently. I didn't see any stepping stones to go down either. Oh. Torrent. Okay, good boy. Alright, I think what we're going to do, because I don't think I can cross that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. And we're going to give the old college try to this big old idiot that hangs out on this bridge. And then that's going to be it. This guy sucks. But I want to beat him. Come here, big boy. shit. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, man, that was so close. Drink, 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 drink. Oh, wow. What? Crazy that he doesn't miss with that, man. Oh! Oh, he... God damn it, man. Oh, alright. Gather yourself. Woo! Alright. This guy is tough, man. He's really tough. Come on, big boy. Shit. Shit. Oh. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the fat guy now. I'm the fat guy now. Yeah. 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 I roll around. I'm the fat guy now. Eyes up here. That's right. All right. All right. That feels That feels pretty good. I am gorgeous. I am freaking gorgeous. Right? I know it. I know it. You know it. We all know it. Gorgeous.